My name's Tim Smith. I'm a heating technician, been doing it now for about 16 years. Been installing Mixergy for around 2, and it's our only cylinder that we use now just because we're so impressed with it. So we're working at a semi-detached property, and the customer boiler had been condemned because the flue was in the wrong place and it was emitting quite a lot of CO, so we had to condemn it. So she was looking at a really good efficient upgrade for the boiler and the cylinder, so naturally we chose the Mixergy tank. We've done it on a priority domestic hot water arrangement where the boiler knows what it's doing in terms of the central heating and hot water. So when it's doing the hot water, it's doing it at a high temperature to recharge it really quickly, and then it automatically switches over to the heating if there's a demand, and it'll be using load or weather compensation to really bring the temperatures of that down so that the boiler is condensing as much as possible. We fitted a 150 litre. We've actually been able to reduce it down in size. So previously they had a 200, but because of the Mixergy tank, it has a stratification plate at the bottom. You actually get more usable hot water, so you're actually able to lower the actual size of the cylinder because you get more hot water usage out of it. We've got an intergas boiler that we've set up on an X plan, and we've also got the immersion heater, which is going to be linked into the national grid. So if there's any excess renewable energy on the grid and that energy needs to be absorbed, this can come on and it treats it like a battery, so the immersion can automatically come on and top that extra hot water up using free energy. The main difference between a Mixergy cylinder and a regular cylinder is the Ethernet over power adapter. That's primarily the only difference in terms of the install, and that's really simple to install. You just have to plug an adapter into the wall near the router and then the Ethernet cable into the back of the router, and it's as simple as that. The fact that you can part heat the tank as well, so this occupier here is a single person the majority of the time, and you can heat literally 25% of the tank's volume. There's no other hot tank that can do that, so you're not having to heat 150 litres for 25-30 litres a day if you're not going to have a bath that day. So it's really smart at working out how much hot water you use. It gives you a USP because you're offering something that maybe somebody else might not. Also, it's a really efficient product, so we should all be doing the most efficient things that we can to try and bring down the whole carbon emissions. From an installer's perspective, another smart thing is probably remote diagnostics. So if there's a part that fails, because there's an intelligent box on the top, it can ID what's failed. So we can be told beforehand what's gone wrong, so we can arrive to site with the part. Less downtime for the customer, less time on site for the engineer, and it's just really efficient. There's literally nothing more to it. You commission it via an app, so you do the commissioning on the installer app before you get the customer to download the app and then use it. It's really straightforward. I mean, the end user experience on the app's really basic. It's quite good. It gets to show you your energy consumption, how much water you've used. It's really intuitive. So yeah, it's a good app. If they're not tech savvy, which not everyone is, you've got this little gauge on the side, and you can actually do quite a lot from here. So you can actually increase the hot water volume, turn it off, change the heat sources, and do a few other bits in the installer menu. But yeah, you don't necessarily have to have the app to use it. You can just use it on the side. It will automatically start using its own AI to learn the pattern of water usage and then just take care of itself. So you don't need to monitor it. The people that like to monitor it just like actual raw data and just seeing, it's a dinner party thing, isn't it? But apart from that, it's no different to a standard unvented cylinder. So I installed Mixergy because there's no other cylinder like it. It's energy efficient and it's really smart, and that's what these sort of things are music to my ears. That's what we like as a company: energy efficiency and smart. So that's why we install it. Our customers love them, and I don't see why you would install any other unvented cylinder. In my opinion, there's just nothing else as good as this, and it's not that different to do, or cost-wise it's quite comparable. So for a little bit more you get so much extra, so you should be doing it.